You think you're fixing it, but you're feeding it. Your garden looks fine right now. Green, healthy, everything in place. But tomorrow morning, you'll walk outside, and something will be different. Tiny holes in the leaves, edges chewed. That one plant you were proud of, half-eaten overnight. So you grab a chemical spray. You hit every leaf, and it works. The bugs disappear. You feel like a genius. But what if that spray is the exact reason they keep coming back? Stronger, in bigger numbers. Every single time. What if you're not solving the problem? What if you are the problem? There's a group of people who haven't used a single chemical in over 100 years. They never lose crops to pests, and their gardens get better every year, while yours gets worse. They're the Amish. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why everything you've been doing has been feeding the very thing you're trying to kill. Don't go anywhere, because this changes everything. The lie: kill the bug, fix the problem. Here's the biggest lie in gardening. You've been told pests are the enemy. See a bug? Kill a bug. Problem solved. And chemicals feel like they work. Spray bugs, drop instant satisfaction. War won. But nobody tells you what happens underground. That chemical didn't just kill the pest. It seeped into the soil and killed the invisible organisms, bacteria, fungi, microbes that were keeping your plant strong from the inside. Now your plant is standing there, alive, but defenseless, a soldier with no armor. And it gets worse. Weak plants release chemical signals into the air. You can't smell them, but pests can. From a distance, your garden is now literally broadcasting a dinner invitation. But that's still not the worst part. That spray also killed the ladybugs, the lacewings, the parasitic wasps, the natural predators that were doing free pest control for you every single day. Now the predators are gone. The pests bounce back in days, and nothing is left to stop them. This is the cycle chemical gardening creates, and you never escape it. The Amish, they never enter this cycle. Not because they're lucky, because they built a completely different system. And it starts with one mistake almost every gardener makes. The system. How the Amish actually do it. Mistake number 1, monocropping. When you plant a whole row of tomatoes or a full bed of lettuce, you're building an all-you-can-eat buffet for pests. They land, they eat, they multiply, all in one spot. The Amish do the opposite. They interplant basil next to tomatoes, onions next to carrots, marigolds scattered everywhere. Pests navigate by smell. When their target scent is buried inside 10 other strong scents, garlic, rosemary, lavender, they get confused. They can't find what they're looking for. They leave. One planting pattern, 0 chemicals. Pest pressure drops overnight, but that's just layer 1. Layer 2, they build an army. Instead of killing insects, the Amish attract the right insects. They plant dill, fennel, yarrow, sweet alyssum flowers that bring in ladybugs, lacewings, and predatory wasps. One single ladybug eats 5,000 aphids in its lifetime. 5,000. That's free pest control that reproduces itself. They leave small, wild patches, a pile of leaves, unmowed grass, flat stones, shelters where predators live and breed. They put out shallow water dishes with pebbles so beneficial insects don't drown. Simple things. But these simple things build a permanent defense force that patrols your garden while you sleep. Layer 3, the soil. This is the invisible battlefield nobody talks about. A plant in healthy living soil produces its own natural defense compounds. Thicker cell walls, bitter chemicals that pests hate. It's armored from the inside. The Amish build this with compost, layers of green material and brown material, kitchen scraps, manure, dried leaves, straw, creating a living ecosystem underground. Over time, fungal networks form between roots. They share nutrients, they send chemical warnings when pests attack. They even move water where it's needed. It's an underground defense system, and it gets stronger every single year. Chemical fertilizers do the opposite. Fast growth, green leaves, but hollow. The plant looks big, but can't fight. Pests target it instantly. Now here's what ties all 3 layers together, and this is the part most people miss. The secrets that separate Amish from everyone else: timing. The Amish don't plant on a calendar date. They observe. Every pest has a life cycle, a specific window when it emerges and feeds. If your plant is young and vulnerable during that window, it gets destroyed. But shift your planting by just 2 or 3 weeks, and your plant is mature and strong before the pest wave even arrives. The Amish watch wildflowers. When certain ones bloom, They know the soil temperature is right. When specific birds return, they know which insects are emerging. They read nature like a clock. And this one habit avoids problems that no amount of chemical spraying ever could. Spacing. This one is almost invisible. When plants are too close, moisture gets trapped. Humidity rises. Fungal diseases appear, and stressed plants send out distress signals that attract pests like a beacon. A few extra inches of space between plants. That's it. Air flows, leaves dry, disease drops, and the plant never enters that stress state pests can detect. The smallest adjustment, the biggest impact, and here's what nobody talks about, the compounding effect with chemicals every year is a reset. Spray, kill, start over. Pests adapt. You need stronger chemicals. It's an arms race you can't win. With the Amish system, every year builds on the last. Year 1, small changes, fewer aphids. Year 2, soil strengthens, plants get healthier. Year 3, predators are established. Pest pressure drops hard. By year 5, you're barely doing anything. The garden runs itself. Less work, better results. Every single year, that is the opposite of everything chemical gardening promises. The final shift, here's the truth. The Amish figured out generations ago. They don't have a secret weapon. They don't have a magic spray. What they have is a different relationship with their garden. They don't fight it. They feed the soil, and the soil feeds the plants. They invite predators, and predators handle the pests. They observe the seasons, and seasons guide the timing. No war, no enemy. Just a living, breathing, self-correcting system that works because they stopped trying to control nature and started working within it. Healthier food, no chemicals, no cost. And a garden that improves every single year for the rest of your life. They don't control the garden. They become part of it. Don't change everything tomorrow. Just start with one thing. Plant some basil next to your tomatoes. Start a small compost pile, or just step outside and watch. Really? Watch what's happening in your garden. That one observation might change everything. If this shifted something in your thinking like this video, if you want to go deeper, subscribe. And if you know someone who's been losing the war against pests with chemicals, send them this. It might be exactly what they need. I'll see you in the next one.